Hi everyone. So today we'll be discussing on the topic tree diameter algorithm. Yep. So let's see what the definition part says here. Tree diameter is the longest distance, nothing but number of edges that is present. Number of edges that is present, right? That we have to find. First, mainly we have to find the longest distance and we have to return the number of edges. That's what it is saying. Yeah. Tree diameter is the longest distance between any two nodes in the tree. Between any two nodes in the tree, the path does not need to pass through the root. Yeah, the path does not need to pass through the root. There is no way written that we have to pass through the root itself. They're strictly mentioned here. The path does not need to pass through the root. Yep. So this is it for the definition part. Next, let's move on with the algorithm explanation. Yeah. So let's move on with the key idea. Key idea is nothing but 2 DFS or the BFS technique. We will be going with the 2 DFS or BFS technique. So let's make use of the DFS. It will be easier, right? So for the tree, if it's possible, always go with the recursion. If not recursion, then only go for the DFS and this one. If you can go with this one, DFS and iteration is fine. So it's better to go with the DFS. It's better to go with the BFS actually if you're going right. So that's one thing. If you're solving any problem on the tree or algorithm, if it's possible to write with the recursion, go with the recursion itself. Yeah. If you're specifically asked to go with this one, iteration and yeah, iteration, then you can just go with the iteration. For the graph, it's if you have any chances to go with the BFS, go with the BFS. So it's better to make use of the BFS rather than the DFS. Yeah. So that's fine. Anyways, let's move on with the further thing. Pick any node. So key idea, we'll be going with the DFS or the BFS technique. Let's go with the DFS. Let's see. Let's see. So pick any node in the tree. So we will be picking any one node in the tree, say node 0. So then we will run DFS or the BFS. Then we will run, first we'll pick one node, any node. Yeah. So then we will run BFS or the DFS just to find the farthest node from the node that we have considered earlier. Nothing but the from node 0. Sorry. Yeah. From node A, that itself is the node A, right? From node A, we will run DFS or the BFS again. From node A, what we'll do? We will run DFS or BFS again. The maximum distance found in the second traversal is the tree diameter, right? So the maximum distance found in the second traversal is the tree diameter. So why it works mainly? Let's see. See, one end of the diameter is always the farthest node of any arbitrary node, and one end is what we have considered actually. Second traversal measures the full largest path. One node is the initial node that we have considered, nothing but one end of the diameter is always the farthest node from any arbitrary node. Second traverse will measure the complete path. Yeah, full longest path or the complete path. Yep. So this is how it works actually. Let's see. Let's try to implement the same thing in the form of code. Let's try to articulate the same thing in the form of code. First, what shall we do? Let's go with the adjacency list to store the tree. So I'll just go with here, not here actually. Sorry. Just give me a second here. Yeah. So I'll just go with the static here. Yeah. Static list of integer. So this is fine. Yeah. Yep. So I'll just give G. So this is fine. Next, we have to store the farthest node that is found in the DFS. For that, I'll just make use of the variable far node. Yeah. So let me go with static here. Int. I'll just go with the far node. Yeah. Let me go with the far node. So this is fine. Next, we have to store the maximum distance during the DFS as well. For that, let me go with static. So int max dist. Yeah, nothing but the maximum distance. Next, we have to go with the DFS to find the farthest node. For that, I'll just go with the static again. I'll just go with a void. Let's go with the DFS method actually. Let's go with three parameters. One is U, another one is P, and another one is D. Yep. So within the DFS method, first thing, if the current distance is greater, then we have to update. For that, let's write the simple if condition here. Current distance, nothing but D. If it is greater, right, then the maximum distance, yeah, then we have to update, right? So I'll set the max distance to D, and also let's go with a far node. Far node, let's assign this one to the U. It's as simple as that. So let me come out of this one entirely if condition. Now we have to traverse all the neighbors. So I'll just go with for in V G of U. So this is fine. We have to avoid going back to the parent, right? So for that, I'll just write the simple if condition. If V not equal to P, V not equal to P, then let me go with the DFS of V comma U. So I'll just go with D plus 1. Yeah, D plus 1. So this is fine. So let me come out of this one entirely. Now we are done with this part. So we are done with the algorithm actually. So this is it for the algo. This is it for the algo. So what it is showing? Why it is screaming here? Required type integer. So this one itself integer itself. One second. Oh, here I should give capital I. Anyways, now the error will be gone. Yeah. We are done with the algo actually. Yeah. Let's go with a very simple example within the main method. Let's do that. Yeah. Let's consider. We have to go with number of nodes. Number of nodes. Let's consider n equals 4. Yeah. So this is fine. Next, let's initialize the adjacency list. So this one g equals new. So let me go with the array list. Array list. So array list of n. Yeah. So this is fine. Next, let's go with a for loop. So this one will be int I equals 0, I less than n. Let me go with a I plus plus. Yeah, so this is fine. G of I, G of I, so equals new. Let me go with a array list. Yep, so this is fine. Now what shall we do? We have to build a tree. We have to build a tree. For that, I'll just go with a G of 0 dot add of 1, G of 0 dot add of 1. So yeah, also let me go with G of 1 dot add of 0. Yeah, so we are just building the tree here, right? So let me add some more actually. Let me copy the same thing. Sorry. One second. Let me copy this one two more times actually. Here instead of the 0, uh, let it be 0 itself. Here I'll just add 2. Here let me go with a 2 as well, right? So here let me change this one to 3, and here as well let me change this one to the 3. So this one we have to change, I believe. We have to change this one to 2. Yep, so this is fine. We are done with this part one. So this one as well here. Instead of the 0, I'll just go with a 2. So we are considering this tree. In simple terms, if you want to see that tree, actually, we are going with this tree. So let me show it here itself. So we are going with the diameter. We are finding the diameter, right? So first we will start from the 1. 1. The root is 0. So then 2. Then 3. So this is the tree that we are considering actually. This is the tree that we are considering. So the build. So yep. So number of nodes we have is 4. Yep. So the same tree. So this is the tree. Yeah. You can just pause the video and have a look at it. It's as simple as that. Very simple tree. Yeah. So this is fine. So let me delete this one and let's move on with the further things. Now, now what we will be doing. So I'll just go with what shall we do? Will traverse all the neighbors, so this is fine. Avoid going back to the parent. So that also we have written already. We have come to the main method. We have considered 4 nodes, so this is also fine. So now let's go with this one. We have to go with the first DFS from the node 0. Nothing but maximum distance is the variable that we have considered, max dist. So let me initialize this one to 0. And now let's perform the DFS. We have already written the DFS method. So 0, 1, minus 1, right? So this is U, P as well as the D, distance D. Yep. So now we have to go with the farthest node from 0 that is stored in the far node. Nothing but for that, I'll just consider the variable start. Yeah. So let me assign this one to the far node. So this is also fine. Next, we have to go with the second DFS from the farthest node. Nothing but again, max distance equivalent to 0. Yep. So this is fine. Then let's perform the DFS as well. So I'll just go with the start. Let's go with the start actually. -1 and 0. So this is fine. Now, finally, we'll be going with one thing, nothing but the maximum distance. That itself is the diameter. Let's print something for the interactiveness. So I'll just go with the S out, system out println. So let me go with tree diameter. So this is fine. That is equivalent to. So let me call with maximum distance. This one. Yeah. So yeah. Let me format the code once. Yep. So this looks like this. Yeah. So this is fine, I believe. Yeah, we are done with the coding part. So this is just the example part, man. I have shown you the tree actually. So we have went with the build and other stuff accordingly with the algorithm. Yeah. So yeah, this is it for the algorithm. This part is for the algorithm. Algorithm is very simple. This finding the diameter algorithm is very simple. We are just making use of the DFS here, right? Main thing you have to know the DFS part. So this is fine. Now what shall we do? We are done with the coding, but let's check. Do we have any typos or errors? All right. So before running the code, let's dry run the code so that we get to know whatever the code that we have written is correct or not. And also we get to know the output for the example that we have considered within the code. Yeah. So let's dry run. Later we can come back here and run the code that we have written. First, let's dry run the code. Yep. So let's dry run. So let's consider the same example that we have considered for the considered within the code actually. N equals 4, we have went with the n equals 4, and tree I have already shown. So this is going to be the tree actually root. So 1, so this is 2, and this is 3. So this is the tree that we have considered. Yeah. So I hope this is fine. Now we will be performing first DFS. Yeah. So let's go with this side. Let me write this one right side. So I'll just go with first node. Not the first node, first DFS actually. So this is from node 0. Yeah. This is from node 0. We'll be considering this is from node 0, from the node 0. Yeah. So distance will be first one 0 to 1. This is one thing. So distance d, I'll just go with 0 to 1. So this is one thing, and 0 to 2. So this one, as well as 2 to 3 also we have to consider. Yeah, 0 to 1, 0 to 2, as well as 0 to 2 to 3. 0 to 2 to 3. 0 to 1. Let me go with 0 to 2. Then finally 0 to 2, 2 to 3. Yep. So these things. So farthest node is nothing but 3. Farthest node is nothing but 3, right? 0 to 1, 0 to 2, and 0 to 3. So the farthest node is nothing but 3 here, right? So let's perform the second DFS here. Second DFS. So this is the first DFS, right? So let's go with the second DFS now. Yeah. Second DFS. So here, let's consider the path 3, right? Path 3 from 3 to 0, then 3 to 2, sorry, then 2 to 0, this part, then 0 to 1, right? 0 to 1. 3 to 2, 2 to 0, 0 to 1. So this will be 3 to 2, then 2 to 0, then 0 to 1. Yep. So distance is again 3. Yeah. Distance is again 3. Yeah. This is fine, I believe. So final answer is nothing but diameter 3, right? Final answer is nothing but diameter 3. Or let me go with the output actually. Yeah. Output is nothing but 3 here. Yeah. Final answer or output is 3 or tree diameter. So this is the tree diameter. Yeah. I'll just write TD here. Nothing but tree diameter is nothing but 3. So this is the output that we have got. This is the output that we have got. So this is it for the dry run. So this is accordingly with the code that we have written. Sorry, 1 second. What happened to this? So I don't know when the app got crashed actually. You can just look into it actually. First DFS, we went with this one, 0 to 1, 0 to 2, and 0 to 2 to 3, right? So this is the farthest node actually. Farthest node is 3. Second DFS, we went with 3. 3 to 2, 2 to 0, 0 to 1. So the tree diameter distance is nothing but the 3, and the tree diameter is 3. So this is it for the dry run actually. So this is fine, I believe. Yep. So this is the tree actually. Yeah. So this is fine. Now, let's do one thing. We are done with the dry run. We are done with the dry run. So accordingly with the code that we have written, the output that we need to get is 3. Yeah. The output that we need to get is 3. So let's run the code that we have written. Yeah, let's do that. So let me come here. I'll just run the file. So let's wait for some time until it gets compiled. Mhm. Yeah. So here you can clearly see tree diameter equivalent to 3. So we have already dry run the code. We had dry run the code, right? So we got the output 3 there. So we know how we got this particular output accordingly with the code that we have written. Now we have got the desired output as well. So we have discussed the algorithm part. We have implemented that one in the form of code. We have got the desired output. We have already dry run the code, and we had dry run the code. We have got the desired output as well. So we are left with only one thing, nothing but complexities part actually. So let's discuss the complexities for the code that we have written. So what would be the time complexity here? The time complexity would lead to big O of n. So here the time complexity would lead to big of n. So why it is big of n here? Because see, each node is visited twice. Each node is visited twice. So overall time complexity quite obviously leads to big of n. So what would be the space complexity here? Space complexity would lead to big of n. Space complexity would lead to big of n, right? So this is due to the recursion stack as well as the adjacency list that we have considered. Yeah, this is due to the recursion stack as well as the adjacency list that we have considered, right? So the time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written would lead to big of n and big of n respectively, right? So now we are done with this part. Yeah, we are done with a particular algorithm. Yeah, tree diameter algorithm. So next what we'll do, we'll move on with the, let's move on with the lowest common ancestor or the LCA, right? So yeah, for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.